girl can cook. She got the recipe. She got what you need. That girl can cook. That black girl magic. I gotta have it.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make chicken tetrazzini. So look, go ahead and grab your ingredients and let's get started. Alright y'all, so I'm choosing to boil my chicken in this recipe. Usually I would just go to the store and buy a rotisserie chicken. But guess what? Rotisserie chickens are high and I didn't feel like going to the stove. So we're going to use what I got in my freezer. So I'm taking about 8 cups of water and I'm going to add in about a pound of chicken breast, okay? Boneless, skinless chicken breast. Now you can also use chicken thighs, okay? Technically I would have used them, but hey, we ain't have none. So we're using what we got. All right, and we're going to season this up. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of chicken base, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, and I'm going to also add in a ½ teaspoon of dried thyme. You guys, you can add really whatever flavorings you want in here. We just try to make sure the chicken gets seasoned, okay? A half of a yellow onion that has been diced, and we're going to also add in a pinch of salt, maybe 2, you know, just to make sure it's good. And we're going to boil this for about 10 to 15 minutes or until it is fully cooked. Okay, which is 165 degrees Fahrenheit internal temperature. All right, so look, once it is cooked all the way through and there is no pink, honey, go ahead and take your chicken out, put it in a bowl, okay, set it aside, let it cool down, okay. And if you're not doing this part, you can definitely get you a can of chicken, or you can buy the rotisserie chicken and just shred it up and skip this all together, okay. But look, in that same stock, because there's a lot of flavor in there, I'm gonna boil my spaghetti noodles, and I only use half of a 16-ounce box, so you only need about a little bit over half, about 8 to 10 ounces. That's up to you, honey, however much you want to add, but I use half of the box, okay. And while our noodles are boiling, we're gonna go ahead and shred up our chicken. Make sure you don't burn your hands, okay, honey, but shred up your chicken, set it aside, and by the time you finish that, honey, those noodles should be done, okay. So look, strain your pasta, reserve some of the broth. No, don't throw it out just yet. Keep some of it, you might need it, and return that pot back to the stove. Now I did cut off my heat. If you want to add a little heat to make this a little bit smoother, you can, but it needs to be on the very lowest temperature. All right, and so to this same pot, I'm adding the cooked chicken back in. I'm also gonna add in the cooked spaghetti. Y'all, with this recipe, a little goes a long way, okay? And here you see I'm adding in 2 condensed soups. So I'm using cream of mushroom and I'm using cream of chicken. You can, you know, customize that however you want. If you don't like the mushroom, you don't have to add that in. You can do 2 creams of chicken, or if you want to do 2 creams of mushroom, that's up to you, honey. Okay, anybody gonna stop you? All right, so go ahead and add those 2 cans in, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now, it's not gonna look pretty, y'all. Honey, no ma'am, it doesn't look good at all. But that's okay. We're gonna get to that part. I'm also adding in 8 ounces of sour cream. If you want to replace the sour cream with cream cheese, you can do that as well. And I'm going to season this up a little bit with some additional seasonings. I'm going in with Cajun seasonings to give this a little bit of kick. A little bit of onion powder, garlic powder, and black pepper to taste. Please do not over spice this with onion and garlic powder. It will not taste good. I promise you it will not, okay? So if you're doing these exact measurements, just do the ½ teaspoon, all right? So look, we're gonna give that a quick mix. You have to mix this up really good or it's not gonna be balanced, okay? But once you give it a quick mix, add in about a cup of Italian style cheeses. It's already mixed. And we're gonna add in a ½ stick of melted butter, as well as a ½ cup of our reserved chicken broth. And adding that liquid should make this a little bit easier with stirring. So go ahead and mix that up. It should be nice and thick and creamy, just like this. Okay, that's the consistency that you're looking for. If it's not there, add you some more broth. But if you follow my measurements, you should be good, okay? Now, it's time to bake it. You have to bake this. I don't recommend that you eat it straight out the pot unless you warm it up, because all those flavors got to come together, honey, okay? So go ahead and add it to a baking dish. You can also use an aluminum pan. I wish I knew the size of this one. I don't have the size. I'll probably try to look it up and post it in the description box. But go ahead and add in a thin layer of your noodles. You don't have to butter the pan. And I'm just adding in some mozzarella cheese for in between the layer, just like my mac and cheese recipe. I want some cheese pool, and if you got cheese pool or want cheese pool, you got to add some mozzarella. So once you get your mozzarella in, add in another layer of the chicken tetrazzini, okay? And then, honey, we can add on our last layer of cheese, which is gonna be a mix of mozzarella as well as sharp cheddar. Okay, so go crazy with the cheese, honey. If you love cheese, add you some extra cheese. Now, you know, if you lactose intolerant like me, this is a good dish, but honey, it ain't good to you. Lord help mercy. But anyway, add your parsley on, and we're gonna bake this at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, and honey, look at this. This is with no broiling option. This is just straight 25 minutes baked in the oven. And y'all, you talking about something good, honey. Look at that. Baby, you could, the cheese get all nice and crusty. That's why we put the melted butter in there, honey. And look at that. Honey, honey. Oh my goodness. Creamy, flavorful. Y'all, come on. So look, all that's left now is for us to plate it up. And there you have it, guys, our delicious creamy chicken tetrazzini, spaghetti, whatever you want to call it, as long as you call it good, honey, because that's what it is. Okay, now look, I want to thank y'all for watching. As always, thank you for tuning into my channel, and if you try this recipe out, let me know down in the comments. Share it with a friend, and I'll see y'all next time in the next video.